I know I'm a little late to the party, but I've been out of town.
Shoot him, Kevin!
Hello everybody, I'm Roadblock, and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video, and I am back from a short little trip visiting some family over what was a long weekend for my daughter. She was off school today at the time of this recording, which is Monday. So I'm a little bit late to the party, but we have good news to share, right? Today I wanted to talk about the news of the Deck of Fate that we have been kind of waiting on for Raphael. If you can't tell by that yawn, I am very tired, as I'm sure many of the parents in the community will know that sometimes when you go and visit family, sometimes your kids share your bed, and I got several kicks in my spine.
I broke my back
While sleeping at my in-laws, so that has been fun. So anyways, I'm very tired, but I wanted to get this video out and kind of talk about this. We've been preparing for this, at least I have been. I hope you guys have done the same. I have been saving, and I'm going into this the strongest I've ever been going into a Soulstone type event, because I have 22 Immortal Soulstones, I have 1 Eternal, I've got another 11 Immortals if I need them, but we'll talk about that in a second. And then I've got 36 Mortals with another 13 in the bank. Probably we'll get another 1 or 2 over the next couple of days from Iron Twins. So, listen up. I just got a new promo link that you can use to follow along with me on my latest free-to-play adventure and get a free Elenaril, as well as 3 more powerful epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get Elenaril right after signing up, as well as Fayne, Uugo, and Tagoar as you progress through Raid. Click on my link right now and let's crush this together. Let's talk though a little bit about this, just kind of a cautionary word of warning, if you will, for a lot of players when it comes to completing these tournaments. Now, I get sucked into these. There's not a trap. It's not a trap. I get sucked into the chase a lot when it comes to the Soulstone type stuff. And one of those kind of pitfalls is that in a perfect world, well, sorry, not even in a perfect world, but in the world that we live in, your really best chance of guaranteeing yourself 6-star souls is ultimately to buy them from the soul merchant. Now, it's easier said than done. My current primary champion that I am targeting souls for is the horse. Right? I have Marius. I have finally got Marius. And now that I have Marius, I want a big soul for him. So I am trying to save the coins up. And the reason being, because the coins are the only way to buy the essences, right? And so in this case, I've got 223 essence saved up right now, right? That is going to be a lot, obviously, and another 12 right now because I'm lacking in these coins. So it's a trade-off, right? Just be mindful of that going into this Raphael event, because it should be a soul. Well, let's take a look and see what it says, because it does matter if it's a soul chase or a soul rush. There is a difference there. And of course, it's not going to be very specific because it's a Deck of Fate. So what do I mean by the difference there? So it's going to be a rush. Yeah, it's going to be a soul rush. I'm pretty sure. I don't see them doing a soul chase for a Deck of Fate because the point values would be different. So this is going to be a soul rush, essentially, meaning that the points given are going to be based on the type of shard that you pull, or the type of soul that you pull, and not the results of what you pull. And that is a pretty big deal. You're going to get more points, obviously, for Eternals than you would for Immortals, and so on and so forth. So that is a pretty valid kind of thing to keep track of. But yeah, be careful, because I don't want to dig too deeply into these, because I want to be able to buy the proper soul for the horse, because unfortunately the reality is I'm not going to get them, even with him as my favorite and everything. I mean, you guys have seen me do so many soul pull videos on here and I never get anything. And if we look at my collection and my champions, I don't even think I can, well, I can do only show awakened, but that doesn't really do it, but well, it narrows it down at the very least. So my only 6-star awakened champions are Tila and Harima for legendaries. I have quite a few epics that are fully 6-star awakened, Seer, Geo, Fenax, right? I've had them for a while now, you know, and that's all well and good, but getting a 6-star for the horse is important. It's a big deal. Likewise, there are other champions that would love to have those 6-star blessings on. So I'm going to be careful. This is a reminder for myself as much as it is a reminder for you guys to just be careful, be mindful about what you're really spending, and do the math ahead of time. If you calculate all your souls and you say, man, I can't even get third of the way through with the number of souls that I have based on the points that they're awarding, I wouldn't pull. I wouldn't go for it, right? Because what really is the prize at the end of this is Raphael, right? If you can't get Raphael, then I don't recommend going for it unless you're prepared to spend money or you're prepared to do a ton of dungeon divers to kind of make up for that difference. So yeah, just kind of my recommendations there, you know, just keep an eye out on that stuff. Or I mean, I guess technically it is something you're going to want to do if you're going for the Titan event. I've already made a video talking about that. Not interested there. I did go ahead and get one more Immortal Soulstone as well as the summoning stuff. I went ahead and pulled that. It was an epic. You know, not worth making a video for. I had no intention of purchasing this time around, as much as I do want Riho, because I actually really like Riho quite a bit, and I don't have her. But it is an interesting one that I'm a little intrigued by, but ultimately I elected not to purchase the prism shards this time around, and that's probably going to be, you know, way it is moving forward, since I already spent last month's YouTube earnings. I really don't have any money for big shard pool videos like that. So, and, you know, something I was thinking about too, which is going to sound a little crazy, but for the Leonardo stuff, I'm actually kind of happy that they stalled it a little bit, because I'm going to have a lot more shards by the time the Leonardo event comes around. So, you know, hopefully it's not a tournament. That would be a very big problem if it were, but if they do, it's probably, obviously it's going to be shards for Leonardo. So I say obviously because we're already doing souls now. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see, but either way, I have a lot of shards saved up, and I'll have more sacreds between now and then from Clan Boss and other areas of the game. So yeah, but either way, I wanted to give my thoughts. I am excited for the Raphael event. Oh, and we have a 1+1 coming up, but my Mercy tracker shows me at only 78 ancients. Now, I do have a pretty vast shard collection right now. I could go after a 1+1 event. However, doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me to do that right now. Leonardo's right around the corner, and regular legendaries just don't move the needle for me anymore. Outside of filling out my faction guardians, regular legendaries are not what I'm looking for. So I would much rather save up the ancient shards for some opportunity to get value from them other than just one extra champion. Could I pull 5 ancient shards and get a legendary and get 2? Sure, that can happen, but it's just not worth it. It's better for me to continue saving those and put them towards whatever future events may be, whether that's Leonardo or whether it's some other kind of event that's very beneficial to my account. You never know what could be around the corner. So for me, I won't be pulling during 1v1, and I love pulling during 1+1, but it's just not in the cards for me this time around. I would rather save those ancient shards for another opportunity, because I just get no value out of non-void legendaries. Even in factions where I'm fully, which are very few, but even in factions that I have full faction guardians, like skinwalkers, there's not a whole lot there that's gonna really move that needle and make me just go bananas, right? So yeah. All right, well, we'll call that a video. I kind of rambled on long enough, I feel like. Sorry about that, guys. I got let it get away from me. I've been scatterbrained all day because of the lack of sleep I had. So, yeah, just want to say thank you guys so much. Thank you for your patience with the videos that we had over the weekend. I'm sure there was probably some interesting news like this that you probably would have wanted to get my thoughts on, and I'm sorry it had to come out a little later, but, you know, life is life, right? You got to do what you got to do. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Take care.